Hey there, everybody. This week I talked to Tordan Ferreira, the go-getting entrepreneur and TV personality hailing from Brazil. And that is enough introduction. You'll hear more in the conversation. Here we go. Hi, welcome to Taiwan Talk. I am here with Tordan. What's your last name? How do you say it?
Tordan Ferreira.
Tordan Ferreira.
Yeah.
Man, that's...
Yeah. Well, in Portuguese, I would say Tordan Ferreira.
Tordan Ferreira.
Ferreira. Yeah.
Ferreira.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Hi, welcome to Taiwan Talk. I'm here with Tordan Ferreira.
Yes.
I just butchered your last name. I'm sorry. How are you, Jordan?
I'm very good.
Tordan,
How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I wanted to invite you here to the studio because you are on a television show, but that's more your side project.
Yes.
You also have a business here,
Yes.
and you've lived here since 2009.
Exactly.
You came here when you were 17.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about how you came here to Taiwan and living with that host family, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first, as you said, like the first time that I came here was in 2009. So it's been quite a while already, and I didn't even know that I was going to stay this long. But the first year that I came here, I was an exchange student. So, like in Taiwan, Rotary Club is quite famous. A lot of Taiwanese people here, they join Rotary Club. And my family is also part of Rotary Club in Brazil.
So Rotary Club is an international organization.
Exactly. It's an international organization that you can find is present in many countries around the world. It's constituted by business people or people that are willing to help one another and also help the society. So a lot of the times they do charity events, or they find, like one of the big purpose of Rotary right now is to end polio. Right, so a lot of people, they're being involved with this kind of social works, and my family is part of Rotary Club back in Brazil. So Rotary Club also has an exchange student program, which they send young people abroad to be their ambassadors, right?
Such as yourself?
Exactly. So I was. They told me that I could come to Taiwan to learn Chinese, and that's how it happened.
Yeah.
So I came to Taiwan to learn 1 year of Chinese. And I had an amazing time here.
Was Taiwan your first choice?
Taiwan was, well, actually, in fact, Taiwan wasn't my first choice.
It was not?
Yeah, it was not.
Oh.
I think I had Denmark, and I also had England.
Denmark and England.
Yeah, and the third choice was Taiwan. But they came to me and they were like, oh, so because of your personality, we think you would be very suitable for Taiwan. So I was like, okay, well, I think would be great to learn Chinese, and try it out, a completely different culture. So I was like, okay, well, let's try and see how it goes.
What about your personality fit you for Taiwan?
I'm not really sure. I mean, at the time I didn't get it. I was like, what are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, man.
Yeah. But I mean, every decision is the right decision, right? So I was like, okay, let's why not,
Yeah.
So I came here and I was living in a host family, right? So because I was living here for 1 year, I had 3 different host families. And living in a host family is a very interesting fact because you have to listen Chinese from the morning, from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed.
So you would be with your host family speaking Chinese, and then you would go to class speaking Chinese, learning Chinese.
Even though if you don't understand, that's your problem. You gotta try your best to learn as fast as possible to be able to communicate with your host family, make new friends, and that's what I was trying.
To be able to operate in life, basically.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Just thrown to the fire for a
yeah.
year.
In fact, like language is a big problem. It for me is one of the main challenges, and I would say this for most of the foreigners, because if you're not able to speak the language, then you're not capable to do many things. So especially Chinese. Chinese is not an easy language to learn. It's easy for a fact that you can speak. Whenever you start to speak a little bit, then you can get along. But you cannot write and you cannot read if you don't practice every day.
Repetition.
You gotta repeat yourself every day. And I was doing so. But if you keep, if you get to a point that, okay, I know how to read and write, but if you stop practicing, then you start to forget. So it's something that you have to keep on doing all the time. So It's not easy at all.
I went through the same process. So I moved here and I learned Chinese at Shida, and I had to every day I would bring my book out and just copy down characters over and over and over, and like try to read articles. And
you spend hours, You have to spend hours.
And after a time, it gets fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of get into the zone.
Yeah.
But after that year, did you stay in Taiwan? Or no, you moved back to Brazil first, right?
Yeah, so that year was amazing, I got to say. I met so many people here. I was young, I had a lot of energy. And after the whole year, I was able to speak Chinese already. So I went back to Brazil. And some people in Brazil already, they knew that I was here living in Taipei, and I was able to speak Chinese, especially some business people in Brazil. And one of these people, they approached me and was like, oh, we have a computer manufacturer here in Brazil. And we're interested maybe to find a way to cooperate with you. What about if we send you back to Taiwan so you're able to represent our company there, attending international fairs, looking for new opportunities, new products, innovative ideas, it's like, that sounds great,
How old were you?
I was 19 years old. And I was like, wow, that sounds like a great opportunity. I will be able to go back to Taiwan. I will be able to keep on learning Chinese, improve my English, and learn new things, because we're constantly learning new things here. And I was like, okay, well, I think that sounds like a great idea.
So just that exchange for a year set you up with this great opportunity.
Exactly. And I was pretty young, so I was like, okay, well, I think as a shot that, is going to be great for myself, for my growth, and I'm gonna be able to keep on traveling, which I really like it.
Right. Yeah. And this was like a full-time gig.
It was a full-time gig. Yeah, I mean,
actual job.
Yeah, it was a job, but I didn't need to go to the office. Basically. Yeah, I just need my computer. I could, travel. So I was attending exhibitions in Hong Kong, in China, and also here in Taipei, looking for new ideas, as I said, and basically all I needed was my computer to send all the information. I was basically collecting information and reporting to my boss, so they could evaluate it and see, oh, this is good for us, this is not good for us, right? So that was mainly what I was doing.
So then, after that year ended for business, did they renew your contract, or did you want to move on?
No, so the contract wasn't renewed. And I was here in Taipei, right? So I also applied for college. So I was like, well, so now I don't have a job, and I don't have money, and a lot of people, they have scholarships, but I don't, right? So I gotta work on something, and I'm more like an outgoing person, and I was like, well, now I have to find something. And I heard there was a TV show that they were looking for foreigners to attend their TV show, some foreigners that are able to speak Chinese. I was like, well, my Chinese is not that great, but I think it's worth a shot, So I went to the TV show. I didn't even make an appointment with them. I just went there and knocked the door. I was like, hi, I know that you guys are looking for foreigners that are able to speak Chinese, and I think my Chinese should be quite okay, and I know how to talk to people, and why not we give a try? So that was the first time, and they said they thought it would be okay, and that was the first time that I started to do a TV show. And since then, it led me to many different doors and opportunities. So I have TV show as a side project that I keep on going, and I keep on doing it. And we still have TV shows, happening. I've been doing TV shows in China right now, which it's something very big.
So, and that was 4 years ago when you went.
The first time that I went was 4 years ago.
4 years ago, and you got it just by going to the studio and saying, "I'm here."
Exactly.
Foreigner, speak Chinese.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I like to. I try to create the opportunities. A lot of people they keep on sitting in the sofa and waiting for the opportunities to come to the door. But instead, I like to go and look for it. I'm always looking for opportunities, and I like to meet new people. So that's what I did, and I see that it keep on leading to many new things, new ideas and new opportunities that are coming along the way.
So I want to talk about your business. You said the TV show is a side project.
Yes.
Talk about what you do for business.
Absolutely.
And how you got started into that.
Well, yeah, I was doing TV show as a side project, right? So when I was about to graduate college, I was like, wow, I have passion with people, and I know for a fact that business is all about who you know and how you connect with those people, So I was like, oh, maybe I should start a business here, and there's something that I always had in my mind which is international business. In fact, this is what I was studying in Michuan. And I always had a product in my mind, which is acai berry. A lot of people in Taiwan, they don't know what is acai berry. And acai is a superfruit that comes from the Amazon, located in Brazil. And the market in the market in Brazil, it was very big. Like they found this berry, and a lot of people, they like it because it's very tasty, and also it has high level of antioxidants. So a lot of people start to consume, and they love it. So after the market got super big in Brazil, they start to expand it to the States. And, as you know, the market in the States is huge as well.
I can attest to that. When I was living in the States, people would always go get the acai berry bowls and everything, and smoothies and everything. Yeah, it's very big.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the market just got huge in the States, and now
you don't see it here
as much.
Right,
but
much.
Right now it's coming slowly into Asia, and if you look to other countries such as Japan and South Korea, the market has been developed already. A lot of people, they're consuming acai bowl, and not only acai bowl, they're able to make acai face mask, acai smoothies, acai drinks, acai shampoo, acai soap.
So you saw this huge opportunity here in Taiwan because it isn't as pervasive here.
Exactly. And it's something from my country, something that it has high quality, and something that I'm passionate about it. I like to talk about it. And I was like, well, this is something very big in Brazil, big in the States, but it's lacking here in Asia. So I found the opportunity, so it's something that can be done. So right after I graduated, I came up with the idea of opening up a company here that I will bring the acai berry powder into the market, and I will start to distribute it and doing the marketing here, letting people know what it is. And that's what I've been doing so far.
Import-export.
Import-export.
How did you navigate the regulations around that?
It was tough, huh? It was tough because, again, language, especially whenever it comes to contracts, whenever it comes to government papers, this and that. I wasn't able to fully understand, like everything. So I always had to have a Taiwanese person with me to help me to translate and let me know, this is what it is. You have to do this, you have to do that. In fact, in the beginning, you face a lot of problems. Like you're kind of lost. You don't know how to do it. But as long as you're facing the problems, you start to realize how it has to be done. Because I like to look in that way. Problems, they're as important as success. You have to have a lot of problems along the way to learn and to know how it has to be done. Because if you try something and immediately you achieve success, then you don't learn along the process, So I see problems as challenges. I see problems as ways of learning. Exactly. So in fact, we face a lot of problems, but problems, they're actually not a problem. I like to look in that way. Yeah.
I like it. So then you navigated that, and then when did you start actually importing the acai berry powder?
We started to import it about 2 years ago. We bring in the product into Taiwan, and we start to distributing, let people know what it is. You're going to realize more and more like healthy coffees, healthy cafes. They've been serving acai bowl, acai smoothies. So which means that the market is accepting this berry here, right? So people like it. And also healthy food is just trending up. With internet, everyone has a smartphone, so they're able to access fast information. So people are being more aware and more concerned about what they are consuming, what they're eating. Right? Back in the day, people didn't have the information, so anything that you can provide to them to eat, that's fine. But right now, they're being more aware of how important it is to consume and eat healthy food.
They're being more health conscious.
Exactly, being more health conscious, and that's very important because if you're not eating healthy food, that in fact, that can affect your entire day,
your entire life.
It affects the way that you spend your day, the way that your mind works. If you have good food, healthy food, your mind works smoothly. Your body works in a more efficient way. And that's what we're trying to promote here.
Yeah, you see, I think I saw a stat somewhere that Taiwan, it has the most fast food chains per capita or per square inch or something than anywhere else in the world. And you see all the time, like a lot of places, maybe like health food places will come up and they'll close after a few months or a few years because people just stop going to them. But you always see like a new McDonald's or a new Moss Burger.
Yes.
But maybe this trend of health conscious eating is maybe catching on. I know in the United States, fast food used to be very big, but then now you want to go to the salad bars, you want to go to the smoothie bars and everything, and juices and everything. So I feel like that type of sentiment or that type of attitude towards eating and towards food is also being imported here. Do you find that as well? Or
I do find that. In fact, the reason why this is happening is because the information flow. You know, as we see social media right now, a lot of people, they're posting more things about healthy food, about like the nutrients that, you know, like you can find in those type of meals, right? So people, they didn't have the access before. They didn't know. So that's the point. You know, if you don't know, then you cannot take actions. Right, so information is very important, and this is something that is changing the entire world. The collective consciousness is changing, and people are more aware about many things that they were not before. You know, so that comes along with, you know, the healthy lifestyle. It's not just, you know, eating health; it's the whole lifestyle. Eating healthy, doing exercise, maybe doing yoga, meditation. This is something they're coming along, and more people are being aware of it, and they're now finally taking actions up on it.
You can also attribute the change of the social consciousness, obviously, to social media. You want to take pictures on Instagram. You're not going to take a picture of your McDonald's burger, but you're going to take a picture of like a beautiful Asia bowl.
Exactly.
With all these like beautiful ingredients that are fresh and like vibrant and colorful.
Exactly. And this is the reason. So if I go down the street and I have a little booth and I start to sell Coca-Cola, everyone will come and buy because they know what it is, right? But in the other hand, if I have a booth selling acai, nobody will come, or maybe very few people will come because they don't know what it is. So the information, the education has to be done. So this was the idea that I had in mind, and because of that, because I needed to do an education, I decided to open Yucca Café. So Yucca Café is a healthy cafe located in Zhongshan, Fuxing, where we're able to serve healthy meals to people. And one of the main dishes is the acai jar, you know, which we prepare. The finished product is not only the powder, because we've been selling the powder on the internet, but now we're able to sell to the customer the final product, which is the acai jar. And it's beautiful, you know. I call it like an art, you know, because we have the acai smoothie on the bottom, and we have granola, we have banana, kiwi, strawberry, and we have coconut powder and chia seeds as well, you know. So it looks very beautiful. So basically, the customer, they can go to Yucca Café, they can try. It's very tasty, it's very healthy, and a lot of people, they like to take pictures and post it on Instagram, on Facebook, you know. So again, the information flow comes, you know, and more people are getting to know about it. And that's how we've been doing so far. And so far, we've been getting a lot of good feedback about it.
So after you open Yucca Cafe, have you seen sales for your powder or for the acai berry?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we because we're having great feedback. You know, more and more people liking the taste, the flavor, the presentation, because it looks really beautiful. You know, like we see the increase of sales and decrease of the demand in this market here. So it's something that has big potential, and that's what we're doing right now.
In what ways did you try to educate people other than opening Yucca Cafe? Do you buy ad space on TV shows or on the internet somewhere?
Yeah, well, we actually also try to put the information on TV. We've been working on TV. I know a few people that, you know, are working on this industry already for a while. So we try to spread the information through these channels as well. And also we do events. So we have events, you know, like we kind of promote the brand. We have a brand called Purple Passion, which we have a little can that we sell acai powder to the final customers. They can buy online, and we try to do the education through social media as well, and also on events. So basically, letting them know how they can use this powder on the daily basis, because it's a powder. So imagine the families having this powder in their kitchen, and they can use it as a salt or as a protein powder.
As a spice.
As a spice.
As something that you can put into a lot of different foods.
Exactly. You can use for like a sauce. You can make a sauce, or you can make a smoothie, or you can make an acai bowl at home, so you can have a very healthy and tasty breakfast. Or you can also have dinner with it because you can make into a sauce,
Or add it to a drink.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the kind of education that we're trying to do and pass it to the Taiwanese people.
Yeah, so Taiwan has been really good for you because you came here, you learned Chinese, and you went to college, you were on a TV show, which is pretty cool. We haven't talked about that at all, but I mean, I feel like it's really, I think the coolest thing that you've done is start a business, import-export, for a product from your home country. I think it's like a good thing that you got third of the list that you had for the Rotary Club, I think, right? That's really cool. Yeah, so what are your future plans, though?
Well, so the future plans right now is keep on moving, right? So I always keep on learning, keep on expanding, and I want to start to let more people know about acai here in Taiwan, and because I'm able to deliver a product that has quality and that has benefits to people here. So I want to grow and expand the business into Asia, not only Taiwan, but also China and also Japan and Korea. And this is one side of the business. I also keep on doing TV show. I didn't mention before, but I'm also doing TV shows in China, which is the same type of TV shows that we have here in Taiwan. But in China, it has a much larger scale because it broadcasts for the whole country. So Shanghai, Beijing, Nanjing, Xiamen, every place, they're able to see the TV show on TV.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people in China, I've heard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. That's what I think.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It seems like you found your passion here in Taiwan. You found what you love doing here. You were allowed to.
Yeah. And I'll keep on going with that,
Oh, yeah. Do you have any plans to leave, or do you want to try to stay in Taiwan?
I think I might stay here for a little while. The way that I see is I would be based in Taiwan, because I have business here, but I still want to be able to move around, so I can go to China, I can go to Shanghai, or I can go to Japan. I'm always looking for business opportunity. I have Taiwan as my home, but I still want to be able to move around. If I need to go to Brazil, I will go to Brazil, or if I need to go to China or Japan, I still want to have that
flexibility.
Flexibility, exactly.
And you're only 25 years old.
Yeah. Only 25.
Yeah, you've done a lot in your 25 years.
I'm trying.
Yeah. When's the last time you were back in Brazil?
It was about 1.5 years ago.
Yeah, so you've really just put down roots here.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I realize, is if you want to do something, you have to dedicate a lot of time and effort. So for the past 7 months, I've been working every day from morning to the evening. I have no holiday, no Saturday, no Sunday. For me, every day is the same day. So I work from 9 a.m. until 11 every day. Always connecting with people, meetings. We have to do this, we do it, we get it done. That's what I do, and I will keep on doing that until I reach my primary goal.
It's very nice to meet you, Tordan.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. And I appreciate you coming on. And thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. I do appreciate that.
And this concludes my conversation with Tordan Ferreira, the go-getting entrepreneur and TV personality from Brazil. Thanks for listening to this week's Taiwan Talk. I'm Alex Lewis.